Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at all the odd numbered questions. These are all proofs. Okay. So statements and reasons. So the first thing is that AD, the line, is parallel to BC, and that is given. So A to D is parallel to B to C. Okay. So whenever I do these, sometimes I will extend these lines out a little bit. Okay. So now what I want to say is if I did this, then 2 and 3 are congruent. Okay, and then angle 3 is congruent to angle 2 by alternate interior angle. And then angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and that's given. And then 4, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 by substitution. And then AB bisects angle CAD. And that is definition of an angle bisector. All right, so now question number 3. Statements, reasons. So first thing is angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and that's given. So those two are congruent. Then we can say angle 2 is congruent to angle 5 because those are vertical angles. And then 3 would be angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, and that's transitive. And then 4. All right, so then 4, angle 4 is congruent to angle 5, and that is given. So 1 and 5 are equal, 4 and 5 are equal. And then 5, angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, so that is transitive. So I want, here's this, and here's this. Okay, so then 6, so PQ is parallel to RS by the converse to the alternate interior angles theorem. Okay, and then angle 3 is congruent to 6 by the regular alternate interior angle theorem. All right, so moving right along to question number 5. Lots and lots and lots of proofs in this section. Okay. All right, so statements, reasons. And what I would do is, as you guys are doing this, is that if you get stuck on it, like okay, let's just say you could only get past the given, right? Then do the next step, and then after that, pause the video and then see if you can do the next step on your own, or you can get a next step. All right, so this is my given that I'm going to use first. So C is parallel to D. So then angle 1 is here. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 12 by alternate exterior angle theorem. And then angle 1 is supplementary to angle 14. And that's given. Okay, and then 4, let's see. Measure angle 1 plus, measure angle 14 is equal to 180. And that is definition of supplementary angles. And then 5, angle 12 plus angle 14 is equal to 180. If 1 and 12 are congruent, then I can substitute this in. And then 6, angle 12 and angle 14 are supplementary. And that's definition of supplementary angles. Because here, if I have 12 plus 14 is equal to 180, then they're supplementary to each other. And then 7 is A is parallel to B, and that is the converse to the same side interior angle theorem. Because here, if I have 12, I used an eraser, 12 here and 14, then A is parallel to B. Okay? All right, so now there's 6, moving right along to 7. Lots and lots of proofs this section. So, proofs take practice and they take time. Not always does it happen overnight. Okay? So, statements and reasons. Okay, so the first thing, L is parallel to N, and that is given. Okay. And then 2, angle 4 and angle 5 are supplementary. And that is by same side interior angle theorem. So 4 and 5 are 180. So that means that measure angle 4 plus measure of angle 5 equals 180. And that is definition of supplementary angles. And then 4, angle 5 is congruent to angle 7, and angle 2 is congruent to angle 4, and that is vertical angles theorem. And then 5, measure angle 5 is equal to measure angle 7, and measure of angle 2 is equal to measure of angle 4, and that is definition of congruence. And then 6, measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 7 is equal to 180, and that is by substitution. All right. And the last odd-numbered question we're going to do is number 9. Okay, moving right along past 8. Go to 9. So M and K are parallel. So that's statement 1. Statement reasons. K is parallel to M, given. 2. Measure of angle 1 is equal to measure of angle 3. That is corresponding angles. And actually, it probably realistically, I should go like angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 by corresponding angles theorem. And then I should say measure of angle 1 is equal to measure of angle 3 by definition of congruence. And then I should say measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 7 is equal to 180. And that is angle addition postulate. And then 5 would be measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 7 is equal to 180. And that's by substitution. And then 6 is angle 1 and angle 7 are supplementary. Okay, so angle 1 and angle 7, so this is by definition of supplementary angles. All right, and that is it for all the odd numbered questions.